Ben. Ben, did you fix anything? You're muted. Oh, maybe. I still can't hear you. Is it push to talk? Hello?
Push to talk.
Yeah, there you go. Now I can
You hear
hear
me?
you. Yes.
Hey, Amaranth. Sorry I messed up last time. It's my first time on.
No worries, no worries. What's going on today?
Yeah, listen, I have a problem that I've had it's basically my whole life with women. And it's a little bit different maybe than some of the other guys here. I'm a little bit older, and I get a lot of that when you talk about like people saying I'm creepy, because I think I'm a little more masculine um, than maybe some of the guys in the younger generation. And what gets me about that is I've been around a lot of women, and I know that they like. Tell me if I'm wrong about this, but they like a man to be masculine. They don't like the kind of wimpy, simpy guys. Is that right?
Typically.
And yet, if like it's this kind of thing, like if you're too masculine, they call you a creep.
No,
Even
that's nothing to do
though
with being masculine. That's
you don't think so.
no. What are you thinking? Can you give me an example of what you mean?
What I mean when they call me a creep.
Yes.
Well, like you know how when you get into a little bit of chemistry, and even online, you get into a little bit of chemistry, and she's toying with you and flirting, and you call her out on it, and
What?
then
Hold
she
on,
just
hold
sort
on,
of
hold on.
pulls the
First
plug.
of all, toying and flirting. Can you give me an example that you
Well,
would call out?
you know that chick Lav.
No.
She's part of the Destiny whatever world. Well, anyways, I was flirting with her, and she was telling me about how she had Destiny performing. I don't mean to be like too forward, but performing oral sex, and how she said how she was going to, if she was around me, she would have me begging to do the same. And she had him for 3 hours, whatever, performing oral sex on her, and I called her out on it, and I said, like, I wouldn't do that, and I told her what I would do, and it was a little more aggressive, and but we were in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, then she called me a creep.
What did you say?
Well, I think I said, I don't mind it when women like to invert things, because she was saying like, oh, what do you like getting pegged or something like that, right? And I was like, well, I understand if you wanted to tie me up and flip things, and you wanted to take
Hold
the aggressive role. I was like, I'm down with that. But if you did tie me up outside, I would, you know, struggle free from the ropes and chase you through the woods. Like that's part of it, right? And then I would show you who's boss. Now, don't you think that's part of the game if she starts with that whole thing? Or is that creepy?
wait, hold on. Where did the woods come from? I thought we were just getting pegged. What
Well, I said
happened?
I said if she wanted to tie me up like to a tree, she could do that, and that would be fun. But part of the fun would be that I'd break free of the ropes and chase her across through the woods. It was a racy conversation. It's online. I'm not gonna do anything
What did she
online.
say? She was going to tie you to a tree?
Well, I think I can't remember the exact conversation, but it was kind of like, well, if you do that, then I'm gonna want to flip it eventually. So, but what I'm saying is, I'd like to know because you seem like a nice girl. What's the deal here? Is it like that? And then I did say, and then I, chase you, and you'd try to, get into your house, and I'd smash the door down and show you who's boss. Now I'm just doing this. I'm just playing with her, but that's, like she started
She
it.
just said she was going to make you beg to eat her out and was going
Yeah.
to peg you. Why are you talking about woods and trees and breaking into houses?
Well, don't you think girls they like that kind of talk? Just talk. I'm a nice guy. I got 6 kids. I thought I was married.
Are you
We're
trolling
just
me?
talking on the internet, and she was saying, she was getting excited, and I said, it seems like you're getting
Are you
excited.
trolling me?
No, I'm serious.
I don't
I
believe you're
just want
married
to
and have 6
know.
kids. I don't believe that.
I do. People think.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you that I have 6 kids.
Can I talk to your wife? Is she there right now?
She actually has a restraining order against me.
Oh, that makes sense. See, that makes more sense. Okay.
That's true. I'm not trolling. But see, what happened with her is I was too masculine for her, and so she couldn't handle it. And I've had this experience with all the women I've been with. They go crazy because it's like I deliver what they want, but then they don't want it. You know what I mean?
I
They're not.
understand what you're saying. Now that you've told me more context, I think you're right. I think they're the problem.
Thank you.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
you
I'm a
sound
big guy.
perfectly normal.
I'm 6'8". You can hear that I have a lot of confidence, right? I'm not. I think I have a lot to offer to women, including the ability to be somewhat dominant. I do streaming with my daughter, and of course, she's a lovely girl. I'm an attractive guy. Everyone thinks that we're involved in incest
How
because
old is
everyone's
your
crazy.
daughter?
She's 20.
No.
She's, so. Anyways, everybody immediately because I'm masculine and sometimes I'll correct her. People assume that like we're in some sort of crazed sex cult, right? And it's just, I think as a fellow good-looking person, you can say sometimes people are envious, don't you think?
I'm sure. I mean, every time I stream with anybody, they think I'm fucking them. I can just be streaming with my uncle, and they'll be like, "Your boyfriend is not in the same league as you." I'm like, "That's 'cause my uncle."
Exactly. Yeah, that's what happened
Yeah,
with us.
my
And
uncle's
even
gay
her own
too. It's
mother
really weird.
started saying, "Oh yeah, 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 that's what's going on here," and it was crazy because, yeah, it was just a lie. But once people start a lie, it's hard to put the kibosh on it. But anyways, I find what's interesting is, look, I'm a little bit older, but I find there's a ton of girls in their 20s who, like my daughter's age, and they send me all kinds of crazy pictures and show all kinds of interest in me, but then they drop it when I respond. It's like they're trolling me, but they don't. They only want to, I don't know, be kind of exhibitionists. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm a human being, but then they want to just sort of kick me in the nuts and go, "Ha ha, you're gross." And I just feel like, am I really creepy, or is it just like how does this get resolved? You know what I mean? They say you're creepy. I feel like you're going to rape me. I run what I call the Home for Wayward Hoes here. It's a little bit of a joke, but I said some of these girls can come visit me, and I'll sort of spend a week with them, showing them how to respond to masculine energy by doing things like having them make me a cup of coffee, and I'll say to them what I think the crack cocaine is for women is the words "good girl." You say "good girl," and she brings you the coffee, and it's happy. But a lot of women, I don't know if any women these days can actually do that or want to do that. So the
I couldn't
last,
do that. You want to know why? Because I don't know how to make coffee. That thing is too complicated for me.
really, even in a coffee machine.
Yeah, no, I don't even know what to do with that.
But that could be part of it. See, I know I'm not suggesting this to you, but if I instructed you how to make the coffee, but then I said, no, you go ahead and make that coffee. And I'll use a term like if it's just a wide age gap, like Daddy's going to go sit over there.
But you see, the thing I don't get is if you were going to instruct me to make the coffee, wouldn't it just be faster to do it yourself at that point?
But the point of this Home for Wayward Hoes is I take these wayward, usually young women. I had one who was supposed to be here this week, but she bolted, of course. Another one threatened me with legal action because I pulled her hair a little bit. But that the point is for them, not so much to get the coffee, but to have a woman respond to my masculine direction, which I think a lot of women want, right? And then just make me the coffee and bring it to me. That way everyone wins. What would women be for if a man can do everything himself, then what would you
Right.
need a woman for?
He wouldn't. That's why guys can't suck their own dick, because they need a reason to need women.
But it's more than just that, isn't it?
I mean, not for a lot of guys.
I've tried to figure out a lot of like dating advice because things didn't work out, obviously, with this lunatic. And they always say what you need to be is the type of guy who does everything yourself, so she doesn't feel like you're going to be dependent on her. But then what the fuck is the point, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need women dependent
You
on
tell
you.
me where I got it wrong.
You need
Girls?
women. Yeah, that's true. You actually need women to be dependent on you because
Yeah.
otherwise they can take care of themselves. I mean, girls make more money than guys do these days. They get diversity hires. They have so many more sex
True.
toys. And they don't even need pleasures consistently. Like, there's literally no reason for them to need men otherwise. Like, it's,
But
it's crazy.
but don't you feel like without a man, and I'm not like getting into your personal life, that there's like kind of like there's a grounding missing. You kind of end up floating a lot, and it'd be nice to have a nice man say, "Here's what you can do. This is what you should do. Let's help you get organized, and I'll tell you you're a good girl." Because otherwise, you're just sort of floating in life. You know? Do you know what I'm saying?
I wish more guys would tell us that we're good girls. We know we're not. But, just a lie every now and then feels nice.
I love that, Amaranth, because there's so many crazies online, and I think I'm right about this good girl thing, and it's not so hard, right? And is it like impossible to listen to a masculine man who's warm, who cares about you? And I'm not even saying in the Home for Wayward Hosts, there's no sex.
Is it impossible, you ask, to listen? No,
They
is
don't
it?
wanna
But it is
listen.
hard to actually listen and follow directions. And we can listen all day. We can smile and nod, but will we actually carry out what you're asking us to do?
I
That's
find that most of the time they feel like,
tougher.
no, that's degrading. And I have, like I feel like, look, the whole point of this Home for Wayward Hosts is to help women to be less wayward and listen to a man because that's what they want to do. But a lot of women have never really had a chance to do that. Maybe their dad wasn't there for them, or
Thanks, Joe, for the host.
and I'm not saying to like turn it into it's not a slave, but it's just. Don't you think a lot of women would find it fun just to be told what to do? No
No,
gun to the head, and then do it, and then be told, "Good girl." Wouldn't
no.
you find? Isn't that a kind of crack?
Maybe for the ones with daddy issues, but
But
not
doesn't
for
everybody have daddy issues?
not really. I mean, my main issue is that my dad doesn't live with me, and I have to figure out how to do things now myself, and that kind of sucks. But
Right, right. So you
yeah,
probably don't have daddy issues
no,
because you get along with your dad.
yeah,
But don't you find that to be unusual, like most women?
no.
You think most women get along with their dads?
Yeah, I think it's the moms actually that don't get along with as much because the mom is wanting grandchildren all the time. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Dads are great, I think, right? Especially if they have a beautiful young daughter. They're very proud of you, I would think. Most.
Yeah. No, dads are easy.
Some sort of monster hates men. Right? Dad wants to be happy. If you want.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways,
So you don't feel like I'm creepy.
no, I feel like you're a normal dude with normal desires and normal
First person who said that.
flirting tactics. Completely normal. And a normal job too. In fact,
Thank you.
normal daughter probably the only non-normal thing in your life is your ex-wife. She's probably batshit crazy.
He is fucking crazy.
You're the one should have the restraining order, to be honest.
I agree. So do my kids. She got a restraining order. She lied about it. My daughter was right there about what she lied about. That I beat her up. I knocked her glasses off because my son would go to jail. But anyways, it's really nice to talk to someone. I find it really affirming. The last time I tried to do therapy with a kick person, they told me I was engaged in abuse, and every female I talked to ends up saying that I'm abusing.
They're just not woke enough. I'm just really based, so I feel like a normal person that you're talking to. But some of these women out here, they're feminists, they're liberal, they're everything, they're all the things you don't want. You know?
But a lot of the so-called conservative ones are some of the worst ones because
Oh yeah, no, too far right wing, bad.
they play the princess card.
Yeah, no,
Everything
no, you don't want that.
do.
That's bad.
They feel like it's a crime to be a man.
No, that's more the liberal. But the extreme
no.
conservatives have
Conservative
issues too.
Yeah, like they think it's wrong if you say yeah, I like having sex with women. They're like, oh my God, that's not okay. And I'm like, well, how's that not okay? How do you think you got here? And I understand if you're married or whatever, but if you're not, what is the problem?
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Having normal response. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time up. I've really enjoyed it. Maybe I can come back sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
So refreshing.
Yeah. All right, man. Well,
A lot of people will tell you that guy's a rapist now. I can't even go on Destiny's stream because he called me a rapist, incest guy.
Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Coming from
Yeah.
Destiny, who would have thought?
He's a little bitch boy, that's why.
You know?
You know, he's got daddy issues.
You know?
Mostly it's guys as well as girls.
You
So
know?
anyways,
If you
thanks
know,
so
you
much
know.
for talking, baby.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye. There's no point in arguing with delusion. There's no point. Just tell them what they want to hear. Saves everyone's fucking... Saves our time, to be honest. All right. There's no point. He seemed like a normal guy.